Hello, my friends. I've been actually looking forward to this meditation Sunday because I haven't done my meditation in quite a long time, and I felt like I really wanted to connect with what is inside, to connect with another dimension. And I felt that this meditation Sunday can be the great opportunity for us to do this. So first of all, I want to welcome you into the Born to Do Business Global Community Facebook group. Our group is growing. I have great news for you. We are reaching the 1,300 members, and we are actually going to have a surprise for you because we're going to have the 1,300th person member who will be interviewed in this group so that we get to know more and more people. And as you know, we have weekly interviews in this group, and I love to just take random people and just say, hey, let's get you an interview. And then sometimes we have guest speakers and leaders and experts. And so those interviews are really a mix of everything that the Born to Do Business community is. So thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, you can type in your name, you can type in when you're from, you can type in if this is the first time you're joining us or if you know us already. And every week on Sunday at 6 p.m. Israel time, because I'm actually in Israel. I live in Jerusalem, but this is my place in the north, which you can see this cabin, which we love to come. It's a great place to work from. And so this is 6 p.m. time, Israel. Every Sunday afternoon, we have a meditation. So today, and this is what I wrote in the post this morning when I connected to myself to see what is happening, what was going on. I connected actually to the feminine leadership. I have my niece. I want to give you a little bit of context. My niece is having a bat mitzvah. For those of you who don't know what a bat mitzvah is when a girl Jewish girl gets to age 12, she gets some kind of celebration, and we call this a bat mitzvah. And my niece, my brother's daughter, is having a bat mitzvah this weekend. And it has brought up a lot of topics around feminine leadership and where we are as women entrepreneurs in our leadership journey. And so first, I would love to see if this subject resonates with you and what you have to say around feminine leadership. My first question around this, and I would love to hear what you have to say, is there a different leadership, a feminine leadership and a masculine leadership? Do you agree with that? Do you think that there is a difference in a feminine way of being a leader and masculine way of being a leader? Does it mean that all women have a feminine leadership and all men have a masculine leadership? And also, how do we get a balance out of it, right? In the Women in Politics special series, we asked that question to many of the people that I interviewed, and we saw that we still needed the masculine energy to allow us to get things done and to allow us to have more power and more ambition, and that even competition and even fighting for our rights was, from a masculine energy, something that we needed. But instead of going into our head and going into what we think about it, I wanted to invite us, everyone here, to go into a meditation to talk about how is it inside of us. Like, what is happening inside of us in terms of this balance between the feminine and the masculine energy, or the feminine or the masculine, type of leadership. So this is what I'm inviting you. So first of all, are you in? For those of you who are watching the live, you can type in a comment and say yes, if this is a topic that resonates with you, if this is something that you've thought about. If you're a woman and an entrepreneur, I'm sure that, and you're also purpose-driven, and you are in the Born to Do Business community, I am sure that you thought about the different types of leadership that we are made of. And for me, it's interesting more than going out and reading about it, or I love reading books about this, and I'm always very interested in this topic, but I want to go inside. I want to see what is inside in terms of our feminine or our masculine leadership, and just go check it out and see, like, if I turn inside, what do I see? So I'm very drawn to this. If you want to join me in this meditation, just type I'm in. Yes, I want to do it. Yes, this is something that I'm interested in. And then we will start getting ourselves ready. I'm just going to close the door so that we have less noise. Okay, so I want you to sit straight with your back just, leaning on your chair and your feet touching the ground. You can start by closing your eyes because this is signaling your mind and your brain and your conscious, your awakened conscious, that you are ready to shut down all the background noise, all the thoughts and everything that's happening in your awake mind, and that you're ready to go down inside internally to check how is all this resonating with you. And I'm very curious to know what I have inside and what you have inside. So this is a journey that I'm looking forward to. I feel like we're going to discover things that are very interesting. And I feel like we need all our focus and all our consciousness to be directed towards that place internally so that we can focus on what is inside. I want you to put your hands facing upward, with your palm facing upwards, and put them on your lap very casually, very relaxed. And I want you to move your head just to relax your muscle and relax your face muscles, not have, your forehead or all your face muscle being tense, just relaxing, just putting intention into relaxing your whole body and not having any point of tension or pain, relaxing everything. And we're going to start with 3 deep breaths. And then we're going to go on this internal journey to find out where is or what is our feminine dimension in leadership. What do we have inside of us that is connected to this feminine dimension? And what do we have inside of us that is connected to the masculine dimension of us? So let's take 3 deep breaths. Hold it. So with each breath, when you breathe in, I want you to make sure that you send out an intention to take all the positive around you. And when you breathe out, I want you to remove any negative energy or any thought that you want to remove from your head with your breathing out. Okay, so let's do another 2 deep breaths. Okay, so you should feel already your whole body being much calmer and your mind also being less full of all those ideas that we have in the background noise. And you should feel already more calm, ready to look inside, to take a look at your internal being and your inner being. And we're going to go on our elevator, our glass elevator. For those of you who are with us in our meditation Sundays, this is the elevator that we take every week. This is a visualization that I find really helpful to visualize ourselves going from our mind, from our thoughts to our emotions and our intuition, which I visualize in my belly. And so you can see yourself going down in the elevator. It's a glass elevator that helps you go through each of your energy centers or chakras. And if you hear some outside or background noise, it's okay. You just let the noise come in. Like I hear this dog barking right now. I just let the noise come in and out of my consciousness without being attached to it, right? Just in and out, in and out. Any noise, any thoughts that are coming through right now, you don't pay attention. You just acknowledge the thought and let it go. Right? Let it go. Surrender and let it go. And now that we are in this glass elevator, we're going down one energy center at a time until we get to our chakra, the orange chakra, which I visualize, which is actually in the lower belly. And this is where I visualize my inner being. This is where I look at my internal thoughts, at my little girl when I have to speak to her, or my intuition, or my born to do, or anything that I cannot really explain in words, but that I feel very, very strongly. And this is the place where this elevator is letting us out. And when you go out of the elevator, I want you to imagine two doors in front of you. You have a little hallway and then two doors. And those two doors are basically taking you to your feminine dimension, your feminine energy, the feminine side of you. And the other door is the masculine energy, the masculine dimension that we both have together in our personality, in our beings, in our DNA, right? So we just want to picture those two doors, not a good or a bad, not a right or a left, not a white or a black, just two doors, two options, two ways of looking at things that we both have the possibility to go into, to adopt. And we're going to see what is inside of each of those rooms and how can we bring a balance of both. This is what I'm inviting us to do, and to consciously open one door after the other and connect with the full dimension, the full feminine dimension and the full masculine dimension, and be grateful for both of them and mixing them inside of ourselves so that we are more powerful, we're more aligned, and we're more connected to our essence that is made of different dimensions, right? So while you still have your eyes closed and you're still in that relaxed state and your hands are still facing up, which is signaling that we're ready to receive any message that's coming from anywhere, we're just open and welcoming any thoughts or messages. And our body is relaxed and our feet are touching the ground, anchoring us and grounding us. We are visualizing ourselves in front of those two doors. You're visualizing yourself in front of those two doors, and you decide to open the first door. And the first door that I'm opening, and I'm visualizing it, is the masculine door. Masculine emotion, masculine dimension, masculine leadership, masculine power. And I want you to open that door and see what comes up. What are the emotions that are coming up for you? What are the adjectives? How do you see yourself? If you imagine that opening that door is going into like a cinema, a movie theater, and that on that movie screen, you're going to see yourself in that masculine energy with that masculine leadership. I want you to see what is coming up for you, right? What are the images that are coming up for you? What are the emotions that are coming up for you? What do you see on the screen and what does it represent and how do you feel, right? Do you feel the power? Do you feel the strength? Do you feel the pride? Do you feel like you're king of the world? Do you feel like you're so powerful and so full of strength and of courage and of daring energy and ready to take risks and ready to jump and ready to do everything that you have to do? I want you to see those. Where are you? What places are you? Are you riding a horse? Are you driving a car? Are you on a boat, in a plane? What are you doing? And what is the emotion? What are the emotions that are coming out of you? Can you identify those emotions? How do you feel? What are you wearing? I want you to really see what is you with a masculine energy and what are you capable of doing? And where is this energy taking you when you really connect to the essence of this masculine energy? Still being a woman, still being you. Of course, if you are a woman, but if you're a man, also still being a man. Still being you, still being connected to all the aspects of your personality and of your different dimensions. But this is the door of the masculine energy. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel powerful? Does it make you feel more afraid? Does it make you feel full of strength, of ambition, of drive, of vision, of leadership, of you being the leader of people that are following you, and you being strong and powerful and showing the way and being sure of yourself and having self-confidence and knowing exactly where you want to go and how you want to get there? I want you to connect to that energy and see what are the emotions that are coming up. Those emotions like pride and joy and alignment and power, or those more fear and questions and weakness and maybe fear of not being able to make it. So I want you to really be honest with what you feel. What do you feel in that role? What do you feel in that dimension? What do you feel in that beautiful masculine energy that we all have? But how do you feel with that energy? And then when you're ready, I want you to close the door of the masculine energy and open the door of the feminine energy. And then see what comes up for you. What are the emotions that are coming up? What are the words that are coming up? Do you see the softness? Do you see the colors that are soft, like pink and purple and white? Do you see, maybe you hear music, maybe you feel the softness of the skin, of the flowers, of the view, maybe you see the sky, right? How does it make you feel? What are you wearing? Are you more in the being energy than doing? What are you feeling? Is it more in the sharing, in the connection? You see other people, other women next to you, and you talking and you sharing. And this is a totally different energy. You being more in slow motion, right? If this was a movie, it would be a movie of you walking by the lake or connecting to yourself or meditating or singing or painting or sharing with others with a lot of flowers. That's what I see, at least. I see flowers and I see light colors and I see smiles and I see happiness and joy and softness and everything flowing, right? Everything easy, everything in the being. The vision is for now, right? The connection is the power, right? The ability of being vulnerable, of being able to share things, of connecting, of being close to each other, of doing good, of loving, of sharing, helping, supporting, right? Those are usually the feminine, what happens in the feminine energy, the feminine dimension, and here to help each other, here to be with each other, here to just enjoy the moment and to be in the moment without going into the head or the projects or the dreams, but more living the dream, right? Not projecting it, right? Do you see the difference of energy? Even my voice is different. What I feel, the smiles that come up, the way that I feel inside, more soft, more calm, more slower, right? More slow. Something is different. Something is different in the energy, in the dimension. And I want you to see, how do you feel in that? What does it make you feel? Does it make you feel soft and loving and caring and sharing and all those connections, right? And those support and everything that makes the feminine dimension beautiful, right? And when you're ready, I want you to close the door of the feminine energy, and then standing in this hallway with both doors closed now, the masculine energy and the feminine energy, I want you to, with both hands, to open both doors at the same time, right? Not one after the other, just both at the same time, and let both energies go inside of you. Instead of them being outside, they're both filling you up. And you see how you start to feel a combination of masculine and feminine energy. And I want you to realize that you have the power to turn the intensity button, right? If you want it to be more feminine or more masculine, and that no one or nothing that you've done in the past or people that told you things in the past can stop you from switching from feminine to masculine when you need it, depending on the situation, depending on if it's in your business, if you need to make a decision, or if you just need to connect to your intuition, right? If it's with your family, with your loved ones, in your professional world, wherever you are, whatever you do, you have access to that button, to that intensity button, and you can turn from feminine to masculine, and you can find the right balance for you. I want you to remember that you have access to those two doors and you can open them together. It's not either or. You can take the best of both worlds and you have access to the button. So maybe you play around with this button a little, you turn it more towards the feminine or more towards the masculine, and you see how it makes you feel, depending on the situation, depending on what you need to do, depending on what's happening around you. You're going to need both energies, right? And we're blessed to have access to both energies, and we can, whenever we want, turn the button towards the feminine or the masculine until we find the right balance for each period of time, for each event, for everything that we do in our business, in our personal life, with our loved ones. We can find the right balance, and we feel it, right? We feel when we're too much in our masculine energy or when we're too much in our feminine energy, and we want to find the right balance between the two. And so happy that we found this button that we can just turn, just like volume, up and down, up and down. This is exactly where I wanted to take you and where I hope that you've been. And when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes and I want you to reconnect with the here and now, feeling empowered by this button that you have access to and that you can turn, whether you want to be more in the feminine energy or more in the masculine energy. You have access to this button and you can turn it up or down. So this is exactly the meditation that I needed, and I'm so happy that I was able to share it with you. If you're coming late or if you haven't seen it from the beginning, you can definitely start this meditation from the beginning, because I think that this is going to be very powerful to help you be very balanced and aligned between all of our dimensions and all of our energies. I wish you a great Sunday. I will see you on Tuesday for our Inspiration Tuesday, and we will announce our free video training. We have a free live training coming up on systems, nothing to do with meditations, but we also need the systems, which is more the masculine energy. And we will invite you for this free training, which is going to happen in this group. So if you want to register, type in the comments. We'll have posts and emails that you'll receive to register to this free training. And until then, I wish you a very good week on this theme of balance, alignment between both energies. And I'm sending you so much love. And don't forget to stay connected to your born to do and be aligned to who you are, because this is how you're most powerful and how you will be more successful. Thank you. Bye for now.